Yeah. Two. Yeah. Aye.
Got over money.
I'm jacking the beat, you calling the cops. The yapping is cheap, I call you the ops. The rapping is hating, it's all cause of pop. You get a leak for the ball, get a drop. Feel like I'm wrong when I double it back, cause I'm making it harder to catch that. But I covered the ticket, I call you to visit. You tipping and hit up the cash app. Baby girl, been around for it. Yeah, in the old days, I was stuck in old ways. Never really trying to flip the old page. Young man tripping at an old age. Thinking I was flicking, had a low wage. Led the bro days, then a slow praise. Thinking it'd be different, it was gon' change. Then it really didn't, it's a cold game. Yeah, hey, all I really wanted was the money in the pocket. Got over money, but the money ain't the topic. Like Bill Doe and the money gotta stop it. Kid need food and the whip need juice. I'ma get these views when the
What's good, baby? It's your boy Dale. I'm back in the saddle again. Our motto is to buy, build. We already bought it already, so we already own it, free and clear. Refinance to long-term debt, cash flow. That is the motto. Cliff, man, is that a pretty strong motto, man? What do you think?
Man, the model is strong. Like, you're getting each piece of the invest, right?
What it do, baby? It's your partner Dale and Cliff back in the saddle again, man. You see that thing, guys. Take the picture for your mom and them guys, and be patient with me today, guys. I've been fighting Instagram all day long, and man, it's a train wreck with Instagram. But it is all good, baby. Let me see. It look like we on Instagram right now, guys.
All
So
right, yeah, good. It's working.
hopefully, but it tends to kind of freeze sometimes. So if it does, guys, forgive us. We're actually on YouTube or Rumble. Come see us over there, guys. I don't know what's going on. This has been 3 weeks going with Instagram. It don't like your partners, and it don't like us. It don't like us. It just logged us off again, guys. So I don't know what's going on, guys. It's all good, baby. Ain't no thing with it at all. Actually, I got one thing we can kind of do. I think nope, can't do it. Well, let me do. Anyways, all right, y'all, man. It's your boy Cliff, man. What's going down, man? You doing all right, Cliff, man? How was today, man? How was the week, man? Was it pretty good?
Yeah, man, another good week. Working with another investor out in DFW, so it's going real well. Good week, man. Turned into another week, man. So I know you've been working on things. How was your week?
It was good, man. It was actually a little bit stressful. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It's pretty stressful because I'm taking care of a whole bunch of things at one time, man. But it's all good, guys. No big deal, guys. If you're on Instagram, guys, I'll re-air it again after we get done here. Don't know what's going on with Instagram, guys. Sorry about that, guys. We'll get it solved. But we're going back and forth with them. There's a streaming issue with them. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, guys, my question, Cliff, is did we get the bag?
Oh yeah, every week. You already know.
We got the bag. Yes, sir. We got the bag. That's what's going on, man. So, man, let's dive into this thing, guys. No problem with it all. You know how we begin it every single week. We look at the current market analysis. Cliff, boots on the ground, big dog. What you seeing in the market? Holler at the people, doc.
All right, man. We've seen this, same thing probably as last week. Market staying about the same. Uh, Really, what I'm starting to see is we talked about this before. All y'all who come on here, y'all know I've been saying this. Remember, we were saying about 600 and above. We're starting to see them come down, right?
Yes, sir.
Stronger and stronger. I'm seeing that fall to the 500s. Now properties in the 500s are starting to
Whoa.
come down. Yeah,
Whoa. You for real, Cliff?
yeah. 500,000 was staying. It was staying up higher. You know what I'm
Whoa.
saying? It was dropping down. Now properties in the 500,000. I'm seeing properties going for that were for 550, taking $20,000 drops.
Whoa. You're talking about properties, and I'm sorry, I'm sending everything over the Instagram. You on Instagram, guys, go to YouTube. So what you're telling me is now you have properties at $500,000. They are experiencing a lot of this issues now when it comes to price point. What's driving the dip in the price point?
That is what I think is mainly it was people still were on those old interest rates.
Really?
Those buyers are now that they're starting to come in and the rates are continuing to increase. It's
Mm,
causing a slowdown in buyers. which
Really?
now the sellers can't find as many buyers as they used to. And that's starting to hit 500,
Oh,
at least in DFW. I'm seeing it really affect the 500,000
really?
now. And so what that tells me is 400 is next. We're going to start seeing that trend of possibly seeing a stagnation in values. Right now, anything under about 500K,
Mm.
still strong.
Mm. So anything over $500,000, you're beginning to see an issue now.
Right. Yeah.
This is man. In your opinion, why is this happening now? What uncertainty is the market telling everybody because of this response from an appraisal standpoint?
I think it's a combination of things. It's number one,
Combination.
is the mortgage interest, the interest rate for mortgages at the highest it's been in, you know, a long time, years, right?
Mm, mm,
Combined with seasonal. This is a slow time of year.
mm.
Normally, even during the normal season, this is slow. So you get the combination of those two, you're getting the market that we're in today. Plus, I think we're still seeing price. People are still not understanding inflation. They think inflation coming down mean prices are coming back to what they were. They not.
Oh, so why are people thinking that prices are coming back? That doesn't make any sense.
Because I think a lot of people think that when they say inflation is coming down, they think, oh, okay, the cost was it went from $5 to $10, and now since inflation is down, it'll come back to $5.
Mm.
Not the case. It's going from 5 to 10, but it's just going from 10 to a 12. It's just not going as fast.
Man, y'all, it's safe to say it's getting real out there. It's getting real out there. It realistically is, guys. This is not theory or hyperbole. This is facts from a licensed appraiser. Okay, a licensed appraiser. You actually have a lot of lenders right now negotiating non-performing assets right now. They're taking anywhere from 30, 40, 50% off just to get it off their books. I mean, it's crazy. We're talking about apartment complexes, whole portfolios of SFRs, single family residences, commercial buildings. I'm seeing 60% discounts on commercial buildings because there is such a 48 to 60 month time frame of inventory on the market, depending on what area that you're in. In New York, they're getting killed in the commercial area. New York, California, San Francisco, they're getting Austin, they're getting killed right now when it comes to the commercial side. Now, most people do what they do is they say, oh, panic. Cliff, what do we see?
Opportunity. Yeah.
Opportunity. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Opportunity, man. What type of opportunity do you think we're going to see because of what you're seeing in the SFR and the commercial range, in your opinion?
With commercial, I see no what I see it as is in I don't see it much in apartments.
Yeah,
And that's why I see it's apartments are still strong.
yes,
Apartments
they are.
almost I think the more you see it, apartments are probably the best asset. I
Yes,
would say, because
yes,
it's no matter what happens to the market, because right now, even with the interest rates going high, rents are high.
yes, they are.
So it's you know what I'm saying, it's evening it out. So apartments are strong. Where I'm seeing a lot of opportunity is in storage facilities.
Mm,
That's an
mm.
asset class that I think is killing it right now because it's slow, but it will come back. Because when do storage facilities make their money? When people move. Since people aren't buying right now, the values of those are undervalued compared to a normal market.
Yes.
So you could probably pick up some storage facilities at a good price point right now. And then once the market comes back a little bit and sales increase and moving starts happening again,
Yeah.
boom, those values could go up 10, 15% in a year or two.
Man, he is not lying. Apartment complexes. Now watch this. He's right about apartment complexes, but there's only so many apartment complexes in the marketplace. And so as people flood to that apartment place, which is great to do, right? Don't forget about the SFRs because
Mhm.
there's going to be a huge opportunity there from a portfolio standpoint, new construction standpoint. In my opinion, new construction right now is the step kid right now. People are forgetting about, because you have a lot of builders, Grand Homes, Shattuck Homes. What they're doing is they have really kind of ceased, almost stopped a lot of their construction because the cost of capital is so high. They're trying to unload, Cliff, right now, inventory that they can't sell.
Right. Yep.
And poor Grand Homes, I'm gonna go after today. Grand Homes is so in love with their name, they're discounted 10,000. We're talking about 1.9, $2 million homes, 10,000, 20,000. No one is going to sniff at that. You got to come down at least 40%, like real talk. You got to really finish even on this one. And you ain't gonna really be finish even because you really built. If you selling a property for $2.2 million, you probably really built it for 1 mil. 1 mil, 1.1 mil. Would that be right about right enough, Cliff?
It depends on the area, but
Yeah.
right now when I'm in luxury, it's difficult because they
Very,
falling so fast. They falling.
very.
Nobody. The smart ones are buying luxury, paying all cash, and asking for big discounts, saying I'll close
Yes.
next week.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Right now, guys, cash is going to be king because you can move quickly. Quickly. That's the reason me and Cliff got a surprise for you guys next week. For a lot of our faithful followers, we've been talking about joint venture investing, right? And we'll go into a little bit of that in a little bit in a second. But what if you could actually partner with us in joint venture and be able to take advantage of all of these cash deals with us? We're talking about apartment complexes, new construction, um, single family residences. We're talking about moving fast. We're talking about contract today, appraisal in 24 to 48 hours. Title comes back in 3 or 4 days. You're closing in 7 days. Done. That quick, because we can move that fast. Now, we could do this on our own. Am I right, Cliff? But we thought it'd be wise to invite people into the fold with us to say, okay, let's build together. Because we preach joint venture investing is the future, is what you need to do. And we thought it'd be wise to widen the circle to actually offer this to other people. You agree, Cliff?
Yeah, I mean, the goal is really to an opportunity to see two things, right?
Yes.
One is to be able to see what we're doing,
Yeah.
right? You see us talking, that's cool. Y'all see us, y'all know. Y'all want to see us do something? Join what we're doing, and you're gonna see what we do. How we look what we're doing to pick them up, how we getting them renovated, how we packaging the deal, how we getting the cash flow. Y'all could be a part of that. That's really
Oh,
what
yeah.
we bringing people on to be able to join, and the behind the scenes how we do that kind of stuff, and then for you to also get a return. So it's a kind of trying to
Yeah.
position ourselves for a win-win.
Yeah, man. But I digress, guys, man. Let's dive into what's going on, guys. I saw this earlier this week, Cliff, about Wall Street companies canceling their contracts on home purchases. Notice I didn't say apartment
Mm,
complexes. I said home purchases. And I said, I gotta see what's going on. And the information kind of shocked me, guys. Now, when you hear this, it's gonna be two different reactions: fear or aggression, fear or opportunity. Listen to these details, guys. Let's respond together, and then you and Mika will give you our thoughts and how we're going to take advantage of this. All right, here we go. Let's dive in this real quick.
In a dramatic shift, Wall Street real estate investors are no longer buying homes in the US housing market, with new data from Redfin showing a massive 45% contraction.
Cliff, Cliff, bro, 45%, big dog. That
yep.
45%. That's crazy. What you think, Doc? What you thinking?
Let me ask you a question though. So we we
Okay,
we down almost 50%, right?
for sure.
In the number of houses.
Yeah.
Where's the other half?
Mm. Good observation there, brother. Because yeah, that's about 50%.
Right.
What the other half at?
Where's the other half at? What? Why are
Yeah.
half the market is gone? Imagine if the stock market was half.
Mm.
That's the same. The world be over. It'd be like stock
Yeah.
market isn't half, but it's happening in real estate, and nobody's seeing it.
Mm. Nobody's seeing it. Woo! Guys, look at that again. Real estate investors pull back, buying 45% fewer homes than a year ago. 45%. This is Wall Street. I'll really tell you why Wall Street's doing this in a second, guys. I'm not surprised by this at all. This actually happened in 2008 because Wall Street did something stupid. It was kind of stupid, but smart on their part as well. I'll unpack it in a second. Let's keep going.
Contraction in investor purchases over the last year. That's the biggest decline since 2008, particularly in cities like Charlotte, where the purchases are down 60% year over year, Atlanta, where they're down 64%, and Las Vegas, where they're down by a massive 65% and are now basically lower than they were back in 2017. And ultimately, this is good news for you guys out there as regular home buyers. It means you're facing less competition from big Wall Street investors, because it simply doesn't make sense for investors to buy real estate in the 2023 housing market due to a combination of rising interest rates, increasing rental vacancies, as well as declining rents in certain markets. New data from Apartment List showing that rent is now down 1.2% year over year in America, with 72 of the 100 largest cities experiencing a rent decline over the last year, with the biggest being in Oakland, California. And
Woo, Cliff. Woo. Now he's bringing in rental rates now. He's right. Rental rates are going down. He's spot on because there's so many vacant homes. Because the cost of capital is so high, they have to charge enough to make some sort of a yield, right? But also that also covers the debt service. Am I right, Cliff?
Yeah, I mean, so the one thing you got to consider this. I think he's right, but you got to consider that where does most of those rent declines come from? The same thing as the real estate prices.
Yes.
Los Angeles, New York, those big cities. So when California drops, they drop 25%. That's 25% of the market.
That's
Right?
correct. That's
So
correct. That is
something,
correct.
it's going sideways. In the smaller towns, it's flat.
Yes, sir, man. It is something. Now, are you seeing this in Dallas Fort Worth, Cliff?
No, I'm seeing strong rents. I'm seeing rent increases.
Now, let's walk through the two differences of, let's use Las Vegas, what he said, and let's use Dallas Fort Worth. All right. Why would there be a difference in those two markets from an appraisal standpoint?
They have different. It's just different buyers, right?
Okay.
Dallas is going to have a higher rental rate than Fort Worth will, because the closer you are to the prime real estate, that's a main component. Downtown Dallas is prime real estate.
Yes.
If you're in Dallas, you hanging around there. Fort Worth, you're going further out.
That's right. Now, for those in Texas, Fort Worth, Tarrant County is untapped. That's a little secret for you. Tarrant County is untapped. For some other reason, all these investors love coming to Dallas. I don't know why. I don't know why. Because you got Arlington, you got Fort Worth, Haltom City, Keller, Saginaw. I can keep going. Some areas of the Colony out there as well. Also, man, I'm trying to told y'all, it is untapped. Even Denton County is untapped. So I just gave you a little bit of a hookup. All right. Let's keep going, guys. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right.
And I think those declines in rents might be what the averages are, but if you were to actually go on Zillow and look in your market, you're seeing lots of investors really, really struggle right now. For instance, in my backyard here in Nashville, if you were to go south of the city and look at all the houses and townhomes available for rent, you would see that there's thousands and thousands of them, folks. And if you zoom in on certain neighborhoods, it looks like a third of the neighborhood is on the market for rent. You can see a lot of these landlords, like Progress Residential, who's a big Wall Street landlord, they play all these games games with the rental rates. Like they'll jack the rent up by 40%, then cut it by 30%, then increase it by 1%, and then increase it by 0.2%, and then
They're doing that, guys, to see if they can catch a fool. They catch a fool. That's why they keep going up and down. If they can get a fool, they'll lease it out to you. But if you're smart, you just wait. All right.
cut it some more. Despite all those gymnastics, the reality is that this house has just been sitting vacant for the last 3 or 4 months. And it's interesting to think about how long some of these houses can sit vacant for before these investors start to do major rent cuts, right? Not just a couple percent here and there, but $300, $400, $500 on rent to get it to a level that's more affordable for the average renter in America, because we're dealing with a renter affordability crisis right now. And most renters, they simply can't afford crazy rent. So I suspect.
So Cliff, quick question for you real fast. What's going on with this economy, big dog? We heard a lot of what he was talking about regularly, realistically. There is a rental challenge as well, depending on the area that you're in. You have Wall Street pulling back. Number one, why do you think Wall Street is beginning to, number one, play those rental games, going up and down when it comes to rental rates? And then number two, they just are not buying anything in the U.S.
So anytime Wall Street gets involved in real estate, they out their game.
Yep.
It's a different game. It's a different game. And we've already seen this get caught with, I think, Google, or Zillow. Zillow was the one, they was buying houses. They got caught, lost billions, right? Because it's a different game. So what's happening is Wall Street is getting their credit pulled. They have these large lines of credit.
Yes,
when the rates are going up, they get those lines pulled. So they don't have as much buying power. They also don't have the investors anymore, because the investors know real estate ain't nothing to get into. So the investors are hitting them hard, telling them, why am I going to put more money into what y'all doing when interest rates are high? Nobody's buying. So they got both sides. So now they already own inventory.
Yeah.
So they got to do something with this. So they're throwing up for rent.
Yeah, they are. And also, guys, let you know, back in 2008, there was a Wall Street company called Silver Lake. What they did in Dallas, realistically, is they were known for having the software that could acquire properties. They were acquiring, I think, 50 to 100 homes a week. It was crazy with what they were doing. And I saw the software. The software could actually locate, do an analysis, and put an offer in 1 minute, like that. It was that quick. But what was happening was they were just flooding the market. They were buying a lot of properties in South Dallas. I mean, they bought like a total of 500 homes in 1 month. And the strategy was to acquire, renovate, then lease out. There's a problem with that whole thing. There's no way in hell you can renovate 500 homes in a month. There's no way in hell. And so they got to probably an eighth of those homes, because that's not enough GCs to even do the work. And you're buying it in South Dallas. So what actually happened when and then we talking about like the hood. You're talking about by the VA and everything, the hood. So what happened is, out of the 500, they probably renovated 50 of those. So 150 homes were just left vacant, and they got vandalized. And they just abandoned them. Well, the same thing is kind of happening right now. That's why they kind of exited, because a lot of them actually acquired properties just like they did in 2008. And what's happening is they're using retirees' money, 401k money, to acquire these properties, right? Then here's the trick. Here's the trick, guys. Then what's going to happen is they know they can't lease these properties out. So what do? They allow for that. They just give them up, to the point where now it's not a depreciating asset. It's really worth nothing. Now what do? They take their own cash, not the retirees' cash, their own cash, and go buy it for even cheaper. So now they bought it for below wholesale. They used your money to buy it above retail, right? You lost your money. They come in and with their own money and buy it below wholesale, and they win it. It's all a game, y'all. It's all a game. It is all a game. Would you agree, Cliff?
Oh yeah. I mean, they got big money. The problem is that there's people out there who know how to raise big money.
Yes.
I'm talking about 50 million, 100 million, a billion.
Yes.
And they got ideas to go into real estate, which
yes,
because every person who's wealthy knows real estate. They know the game.
Yes.
right? They know it's a good place to park their money, get a good return, all that kind of stuff. But the problem
Yes.
is when some people get into it and this ain't what they do, they don't understand. They think they can renovate all this. Now, I remember even trying to work with Open Door because I was with them at one point trying to
Yes.
work with them. They even told me straight up, we're not going to be able to pay the highest price. We're going to be cheap. And I'm starting to tell them, like, you don't understand real estate. You're trying to do, and that's why Open Door lost billions because they
Mm.
think they can renovate cheaper than what they can.
Yes.
They can scale faster than they can. They don't
Yeah.
understand the game.
At all. Notice they're willing to take a loss.
Yeah.
The Wall Street companies are willing to take a loss because why? None of their money's at risk. Your money is. Your money's at risk. They're like, man, we chilling hard. No problem with it at all. When the market turns, what's going to happen is they're going to buy them boys below wholesale, which is the right play. Then they'll renovate them and then they'll flip them and make a 20, 30, 40% spread there. And you sitting on the sideline with your ass out talking about what happened. That's what's going on. I'm just keeping it 1,000 with you guys. I'm seeing 2008 again now when it comes to Wall Street companies. They're doing the same play. It's the same thing, guys. Now they've gotten into the rental game now as well. Also, it's gonna be the same play. Same play, guys. Same play. Uh, what type of deals are coming, guys? New construction deals. I would not be surprised if Grand Homes, Shattuck Homes, Lennar, all the big box stores begin just to unload their lots because they can't build on them. A lot of these companies actually have construction loans, interest only construction loans with a nice interest rate. Because of them, they're probably at the 4 or 5% interest rate, so they can hold off a little bit longer. But man, right now inflation ain't going down; it's going back up. Well, it's been high. It's been high because it's been risk. It ain't really went down at all. But I play the game. It's going. It's going up. Apartment complexes. Yep. Yes, sir. Really, class B minus and C minus. That is the class that them and Cliff are looking at because we can get those properties below wholesale, increase those properties right to where we can actually increase or put some money into them, get them up to a B plus, A minus, and we can sit in Gucci. You agree, Cliff?
Yeah. I mean, those are the best type of deals. The hard part right now is they're difficult in the market.
Yes.
Difficult in the market because they're not building those type of properties anymore. They're only building
No.
A class and B plus class.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I see it. So if you see a new construction on an apartment complex, those ain't cheap apartments.
No.
Those are
No.
expensive apartments. So them
Yes.
C plus class, man,
Oh,
if you can get some of them, hold on to them because people who want to, there's a line out the door of people who want to rent them.
all day long. And also, your biggest client is going to be the government.
Yeah.
Section 8, baby. Section 8, baby. It's going to be your biggest client. I got a friend of mine. All he does is acquire apartments in the Detroit area, in those areas where they're C minus, B minus, C plus apartment complex. That's all he does. He buys them, he guts them, renovates them, right? Refinances the long term debt, and he cash the hell out of them. I know because what I'm in that deal. I own 2 apartment complexes in Detroit with my partner now, right? So it's real simple, guys. It's real simple. Those deals are coming now. Me and Cliff, we're focusing a lot on those areas, but really, those I call them college towns, those mid-tier towns, because that's where you can find a lot of those deals. That's why we're saying joint venture investing is is the most strategically wise investment strategy right now because of the fact that you have a short window of Wall Street leaving the market. So who gets to play? Us with very little competition. It's the blue ocean strategy. Be the big fish in a blue pond. That's it. JV investing, what that does is it allows for you to be a big fish to go out and acquire these properties. If that makes sense. Cliff, you agree?
Yeah. I mean, basically, what he's saying, I agree with it. And the basic idea is, why would I want to compete?
Yes.
The goal of any company is to be a monopoly. That's the
Yeah.
goal. It's not wrong goal. You know what I'm saying? That they want to be the only one. So you want to start out with a place that you can thrive.
Mm. That's it, guys. And if you're a Lone Ranger, we are going to crush you. And we ain't gonna be mean about it. It's called strategy. Strategy. Think about this. The Wall Street companies, do they invest? Do they are they Lone Ranger investors? No, they are JV investors. Am I right, Cliff?
Oh yeah, they got a squad behind them.
Squad behind them. So when they're exiting the marketplace, let's get our squad together and do what we do, right? Let's just copy what they're doing. It's working for them. Why not copy what they're doing? It's very simple. Very simple. Guys, all right, guys. Um,
Hmm.
we are having the free real estate masterclass, guys, on October. I'm sorry, forgive me, guys. Not October the 30th. My bad, guys. I think it's October. My bad. Hold on, guys. I got to change this on the fly. My bad, guys. Boom. On October the 7th. That's Saturday, October the 7th. Free masterclass. It's going to be 100% free. We're going to begin rolling that out on Monday as far as on our social media platforms as well. Last time we did is what he did is we had a full house, right? With very little to no marketing at all. This time, guys, what's going to happen is it's going to be a lot of people up in there, most likely, because we're going to do a lot of marketing. Okay, we're giving out free game. Free game. You're going to be in the room with me and Cliff for 1 hour. 1 hour. That's it. We're going to get in and get out. All right. So when we roll out, you're going to have a short questionnaire. It's going to be a little survey asking us so we can know exactly who you are and what type of investing experience you actually have, so we can cater the answers in a way to where it's productive for you. All right. We'll make sure everything is ironed out with Instagram moving forward as well, guys. No problem with it at all. So that next Friday's Real Estate Live, we should be all good on Instagram. No worries about it at all. Because Instagram, they be getting mad at me, y'all, on Instagram. They be getting mad at us on Instagram. I'm sorry, y'all. It's not us. It's Instagram, but I'll get it solved, guys. But again, the free game Real Estate Masterclass is going to be on October the 7th. That's a Saturday at 12 noon Central Standard Time. Burn it on your brain. If you actually have some people that you notice in your circle, get them on it as well. All right, it's gonna be very simple, guys. Get them on it as well. We will begin rolling out that link on Monday, and we have a full fledged blast next Friday. We'll be letting you guys know up front. All right, all right. We got everything kind of ironed out by Monday. All right. Number two, guys, our Cash Flow Club members. You know who you are. We're actually having the webinar for that on September the 30th. That's on Saturday as well. For 1 hour, bring all your questions, guys. This is the VIP Cash Flow Club members. Okay, we want to keep it small for this time, really small, so we can really get into the details of strategies for them as well. All right, if that makes some sense. Every month, we actually do a real estate Cash Flow Club webinar only for those members. Okay, you said, how do I get involved with the cash flow club? No problem with it at all. This is how you get involved with it, guys. Boom, right there. When you get involved with the cash flow club, guys, you get on demand real estate training. On demand. On demand. I know, and forgive me, guys. Some of you guys actually scheduled the time to talk with us. Our system malfunctioned a little bit this week. We weren't getting alerts at all. I don't know what happened, but we got it solved. Forgive us for that. No problem with it at all. We're back in the saddle now, so we own that. No problem with it at all. But if you want to be part of the cash flow club, right there. Scan the code right there. Get in with your fit in, and you get an unlimited amount of training on demand for $99. Cliff, is that a killer deal, brother?
Oh yeah, that's all day. I mean, basically, what we're doing is getting for a deal for the $100. We getting into a room and breaking down what we do, allowing you to get expertise and understand how to do this, And, I mean, ultimately, you saving money just because you make one. I guarantee you're gonna make more than $100 mistake when you go out there and do
Oh
it.
hell yeah, man! I mean, guys, I Cliff, did we have trainers at our domain like this?
No,
How much money have we lost? And I don't mind talking about it because of the lack of a mentor over the years.
oh man, it's ridiculous. I guarantee I would have done this. I guarantee
Now we've made more money than we lost. Don't get it twisted, guys.
it.
Don't get it twisted. But the exact same time is it having a mentor to walk with you guys on demand. It's like having Grant Cardone on speed dial. Yeah, it's like having me and Clip on speed dial. I ain't learning about wholesale investing. Log in, boom, there it is. Okay, cool. So when you get to the cash flow club, hey, Clip, I got a question about how to locate a wholesale deal. I've looked at the marketing strategies you talked about in this course. Hey, break it down for me a little bit more. I have a question about this technique. And we get to have more substantive conversations and not surface level conversations. It's about getting in, get out, and get paid. Get educated, apply, and get paid. On demand training. On demand. All right. But that's all I have for today, man. Cliff, you want to say anything, man, before we get up, your dog?
Nah, that's it, man. Just get ready. Like I said, we got them 2 events coming up, so we're gonna have a lot of fun doing them. Teach y'all a little bit, like I said, and I say this all the time: one house, one deal
One.
can change your life. I'm telling you. Watch you do one house, work with us, do a deal, and if you do it right, you make 20 racks, and you get to
Cliff.
see that process.
Cliff,
You
before we
gonna
log off, let them know, and I'll do the same thing. On your first deal in real estate, how much did you make?
When I sold it, I think it was like 24K.
First deal, guys.
Mm-hmm.
My first deal I made, it was a wholesale deal. I made $3,500, and I had nothing at risk. It was a wholesale deal. So my second deal, I made $10,000. Third deal, $26,000. You see what's going on. So 3 deals changed my life. This is while I was in college. Okay, in college, and so it is what it is, guys, man. But like Cliff said, you're one deal away, just one, to changing your whole family trajectory. We would love to help you out with that, guys. But guys, thank you so much for your time, guys. Cliff, you want to say anything, man, before we get up your dog?
No, that's it, man. Catch y'all again next week.
Well, guys, you're not being there every time. We got to take the picture for your mom and them guys. Highlight your partner, man. Let's get the bag. Peace.
God give thanks. Whoa. Bless God give thanks. Bless God give thanks. Whoa. Bless God give thanks. Whoa. Big God, big grace. Whoa.